After presiding over tens of thousands of cases, I've learned that the real courtroom isn't always about law, it's about people. And sometimes, just sometimes, it's about the kind of choices that don't fit into a rule book. It was a gray Thursday morning in Providence, the kind where the wind rattles the windows and everyone moves a little slower. The courtroom was quiet when Ethan Davis stepped forward. A young man in his 20s, modestly dressed, holding a worn folder under one arm and what looked like a crumpled thank you card in the other. He didn't look nervous, he looked tired. Not the kind of tired from a late night out, but the deep, quiet kind, the kind that settles into your shoulders when life won't let you rest. I looked down at the charge. Red light violation. Camera footage confirms he entered the intersection 0.7 seconds after the light turned red. On paper, pretty straightforward, but I've read enough paper in my life to know it rarely tells the whole truth. I asked him, "Why were you speeding, Mr. Davis?" He took a second and then answered, "I had just donated blood, Your Honor. I wasn't trying to speed. I was just trying to get home before I passed out." The room shifted, quiet murmurs. My pen froze in my hand. He continued, calm but worn. "I donate every 2 weeks. Ever since my friend died waiting for a transfusion, it's been something I do. No one pays me for it. I don't even tell people. I just do it." That day, the appointment had run long. His blood pressure had dropped afterward, but he declined the cot and juice. He said he needed to get home, clean up, eat something, and still make it to his shift at the warehouse that evening. He didn't get far before the dizziness started. He said, "I wasn't thinking about the light. I was thinking about not passing out behind the wheel." He had paperwork from the donation center, notes from his employer. He didn't bring them to impress me. He brought them because he thought it was right. I looked him over. Slim frame, pale cheeks, calloused hands, the kind of hands that work, the kind of man who'd never once asked for applause. I asked, "Do you understand why the ticket was issued?" He nodded. "I do, Judge Caprio. I broke the rule. I don't expect a free pass." Then he pulled something out of the folder, the thank you card. It was drawn by a 9-year-old patient from Hasbro Children's Hospital. A heart in crayon, a smiley face, and 4 words, "You helped save me." He looked at the card for a long second. "I don't know whose blood she got, might have been mine, might not, doesn't matter. It means someone like me made a difference." I've seen people lie, cry, shout, beg, but rarely do I see someone stand in front of the court, admit they were wrong, and still carry themselves with such quiet purpose. Ethan made a mistake, but it wasn't reckless, it was human. I turned to Inspector Quinn and said, "What do you think, Inspector? Should we fine this young man for donating blood and trying to make it home in one piece?" Quinn, always honest, always practical, nodded toward Ethan. "I think we'd be fining the wrong guy, Judge." I agreed, Mr. Davis. I said, "You're right, you broke a rule, but not all rules are built to handle the weight of real life. I'm dismissing the ticket not because the law doesn't matter, but because compassion matters more." He didn't smile wide. He didn't cheer. He just said, "Thank you for seeing me." And as he turned to leave, I caught a glimpse of that crayon card again, peeking from the folder. "You helped save me." I sat back for a moment after he left. It's easy to judge what's on paper, harder to judge what's in someone's heart. And that, more than any finer code, is why I still believe in this chair. Not because I get to punish, but because, once in a while, I get to understand. Not because I get to punish, but because, once in a while, I get to understand. Sometimes, the smallest good you do for someone else might be the biggest reason they wake up tomorrow. Do it anyway, even if no one sees.